Wi-Fi, I'm just like you, it's just like you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Okay, guys. Just another reminder that everything is gonna be just fine. I've been getting up in the hype of everything that's going on with regarding Walz and Kamala Harris and the constant joy. I've even been falling victim to some of the propaganda. Just a confession. I've been thinking that maybe people are believing the psychotic thought that it is all about joy and everything is just fine. And how dare you think Walz is fake because he is real, okay? I'll just type that in. Willie in the chat, Valerie in the chat, what's up? Good to see you guys. But remember, just outside of the DNC tonight, we still have Trans for Palestine happening. It's just wonderful to see. I support these people 100%. These people are real, they're honest, and I think this guy is real.
Hey everyone,
Hi.
I'm outside the DNC showing my support to Palestinians. I know if I was in their country, they would accept me with open arms,
Right.
So I just want to do the same here.
Good.
So, hey everyone.
Trans for Palestine, huge fans of that group. And if you don't believe me, I will seriously serve you up on the dinner plate and I will literally eat you, okay? And she took the words right out of my freaking mouth.
As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So Gen Z, as the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
Am I on the menu? Are you gonna eat me? This girl over here is like, dang, you said it. I can't believe you said that. How dare you say that? How dare you? Even her, she's like, I wouldn't say that. You're gonna become a meme. Don't say that. This guy, deadpanned. He's struggling not to laugh at that. He's like, I'm not gonna say anything. It's not funny. Hey, look, Mom, it's me. Democrats are eating people. Democrats are eating people. Starting with Native American herself, Elizabeth Warren. She's speaking on stage. We're huge fans of anybody that uses racial ideology to grift and get money. Shout out to Elizabeth Warren and the way she drinks beer. Let's have a beer. Oh. Wait for the live stream to come in. I miss
drug companies that charge an arm and a leg for prescriptions.
Oh, speaking of arm and a leg, if you're going to have an arm and a leg, have an arm and a leg with her.
If you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
An arm and a leg. God, the DNC is the most cringe place on earth. With a bunch of white females taking over the DNC, all with daddy issues, all freaking out about Tim Walz is the coach they never had because they never played any kind of sports whatsoever. They're getting a taste of why we played sports, why we work out, why we go to the gym. And they're like, wow, this is kind of a culture thing I'm into. I didn't know you could have this sort of thing. Wonderful to see. So much joy, so much love. And I can think of no other than watching Tim Walz's son cry. Yes, it was a wholesome moment, but I think one of the most annoying things I've seen online is the fact that every single right-winger has decided to go out and be the moral police of making fun of this kid. Every single one of them have taken the same thing libtards did during BLM, where they posted a black square to show solidarity with BLM. And the conservatives have all put statements out today saying, I don't care who needs to hear this, but if you're going to make fun of Tim Walz's son crying, You're part of the problem. God, who cares? God. Some of the memes I've seen are just so harmless and silly. It's like, okay, it's either we can all make fun of everything or you don't have to like it. Some things are going to be a miss according to you, but to say that you're going to go around and police it, it's just so silly. Stop it. Don't be the left when it comes to policing language and especially comedy. It was funny. It was silly. I get it. It was wholesome. But sometimes in comedy, you can take the most outrageous thing and make it funny. But speaking of the most outrageous thing in the whole world, Donald Trump's life is still under threat. This man right here has decided to take upon himself to do the dirty deed that the other guy couldn't do. And he has recently been caught, but this guy apparently has put out statements saying that he wants to end Donald Trump's life. And don't take it from me, take it from Daily Mail. Huge update in the hunt for the man in Arizona who vowed to assassinate Donald Trump. Apparently this guy's a really good guy too, by the way. So keep that in mind. This guy is probably a Democrat. I mean, it's not going to be one of these conservatives. I know that the leftards like to conjure up this kind of conspiracy that the right is, maybe it's a never Trumper going out and doing it. But apparently this guy has been putting out threats and previously was arrested on separate charges, including a DUI, failure to appear at court in Wisconsin, and failure to register. Let me pull this down here. Failure to register as a sex offender and felony hit and run in Arizona. But sex offender? Whoa. So a typical Democrat. Huge fan of... So sex offenders hate Donald Trump. This is news to me. This guy has put out, but apparently he has been found and hunted down, which is all good to hear. But here's Donald Trump actually reacting live to the news of his life being in danger again. They are doing everything in their power to stop him. They can't stop him in the courts. So these psychotic individuals are taking it upon themselves to solve the problem, according to this white woman back here. Lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. That's probably what she's singing right now. Let's see. Yeah, lock him up, singing it right there. But here's Donald Trump responding to it right now.
Hey, there was a manhunt going on in this county. Somebody made death threats to you. Did you hear about that before coming? And what are your thoughts coming down here? Some people told me it's dangerous for you to be here.
I've heard it's dangerous, but I also have a job to do. I heard it's very dangerous. I haven't heard about that. They probably want to keep it from me. Thank you for telling me. Let's get out of here right now. No, thank you very much for saying. But no, and I have great respect for Secret Service, the job they do, including a month and a half ago when they were jumping on top of me with bullets flying right at them. So mistakes were made,
yes,
and they're going to learn from the mistakes. But I have great respect. But no, I haven't heard that, but I'm not that surprised. And the reason is because I want to do things that are very bad for the bad guys. So I have heard it's very unsafe to make this trip.
I mean, the fact that he has still made the trip and he's still going out and still talking and still so poised in that moment is absolutely insane to me. I do not understand that kind of energy. I would be pissing in my pants, afraid of somebody wants to shoot me, and apparently the guy is a registered sex offender. We gotta get out of here. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get out. Let's go. But somebody predicted it earlier, and that man was Tucker Carlson. And again, I celebrate, I'm thankful that there are voices like Tucker Carlson out there saying these things, but we've all thought this. We all said these things. You've said it in the chat. You guys have said it to me that they are going to try to kill him because they can't stop him. So here's Tucker Carlson on Glenn Beck today talking about exactly this, which is ironic that, a mere 4 or 5 hours later, it literally almost happens again. So here's this.
So Tucker, I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks or a few weeks, and I would love your overall take on the insanity that we have seen from the attempted assassination to today. What are your thoughts?
I mean,
what the hell is happening?
You know, the Biden administration allows Trump to get shot, whether intentionally or not. It's kind of irrelevant. They allowed it. Having spent, an awful lot of time at events with Secret Service, I know you have as well, over 30 years, that what they allowed to happen that day, they allowed that. So,
I know.
And then you realize the Secret Service is corrupt. So if you have a country where the Secret Service, the presidential bodyguard, the Praetorian Guard of the president, is corrupt as a political instrument, and it joins the CIA and FBI and the entire DOJ and ATF and, every three-letter agency, they're all working on behalf of a political party or the ruling cabal that controls that political party. I mean, that is just so bewildering that you think, well, what is true? What is this organization? Who runs it? Who's been running the government for the past 4 years?
Who's running the government right now? Is Joe Biden's currently on vacation? I don't know. Donald Trump needs to step up his security, like right now. What are your thoughts? Guys in the chat, BKL in the chat. A fake Indian, Elizabeth Warren. I'm from Boston, and we all call her Chief Spreading Bull. Chief Spreading Bull. BKL says the media and the Dems have been saying that Trump is effing Hitler and all the other BS. Okay, and I have clips from today of Nancy Pelosi doubling down this rhetoric that she thinks that Donald Trump is like worse than the Confederacy, and it's like we need to have the American Revolution again. Like, these people are so serious about saving the democracy. It makes anybody with two brain cells, you have to ask yourself, what's happening? What are you willing to do in order to save the democracy? If it's all just talk, if it's all just, election talk, fine. But I'm starting to think that I don't think it's just election talk. I think these people are so psychotic that they mean what they say. And not only that, their entire base is going to hold them accountable to these thoughts. This entire base who have been chanting lock him up all week long are going to be expecting results. And if they don't deliver those results, aka putting Donald Trump in prison, they're going to be very mad. So they know that. And so it begs the question, what will actually happen? Multi-shot in the chat. How are we doing? BlackRock is a good candidate. Yeah, BlackRock is a good candidate. Speaking of BlackRock, this video... This video of JD Vance is so funny to me, and it's so cringe. I mean, this guy does not have Donald Trump energy, and I'm sorry. He might be a smart guy and all that kind of stuff, but this video is so funny. He goes to a donut shop, the vegan himself, and he starts chatting it up with these two donut tiers. I don't know what you're supposed to call these people, and they have no idea who he is. They have no idea who JD Vance is. In fact, one of them is like, please don't put me on camera. And these little fake photo op things of like supporting the small businesses, we're going to go in, we're going to support the small business, are so funny to me. Like Kamala Harris and Tim Walz doing their fake video of them going to the gas station. She's like, where's my Doritos? And he's like, Doritos right here. But here's JD Vance, and I love it. I love it. It's just so silly. It just shows you how like fake politicians are, that they feel like they have to have these moments. It's like, why you don't need. I don't know.
The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
I don't want to be on film. Guess what? You're on film. I see you.
I see you. You can't hide from me, bitch.
It just, I don't want to be on film. She's already ruining the vibe. She's killing his entire campaign as we speak. I don't want to be on film. She's like, is this one of these dumb IRL streamers? What's happening?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be on film, guys, so just cut her out of anything. Appreciate that, man. I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president.
I'm JD JD Vance, I'm running for vice president. Maybe don't have this moment, dude. If people don't know who you are in these times where the media is just ready to write a freaking title about you, keep that information to yourself and just have a genuine moment. Like if I was running, I would just walk in, order, not say anything, and then walk out. By the way, I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Oh, really? To who? JD is so memorable. Here we go.
I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay. Wait, that's my favorite. I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Okay.
I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay, and
How long have you worked here?
I've been here since the beginning of July
Okay.
of this year.
Okay. Good. How about you, sir?
also, can we talk about this? What is that? What is going on here? That's hat hair right there. If you're gonna be on camera, don't do it. It's not worth it, folks. Okay, here we go.
Almost 2 years.
Okay. Good. Just everything. Yeah.
How long you been working here? Almost 2 years? Okay, good. I just want to point out there's cringe on both sides of the aisle. Okay, we're all. I'm dying of cringe. I am too. It's so cringy. It's so bad. I would, if I was Vance, I'd be like, dude, do not follow me in. I'm cringe enough as it is.
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just everything. Yeah. I mean, a lot of glazed here, some sprinkle stuff, some of these cinnamon rolls, just whatever makes sense. How long has this place been around?
About 4 years.
About 4 years. Okay. How long have you been here?
A little over 6 months.
Okay. Good.
How long you been here? Is this like a good career move for you? Are you happy about being here? God. JD, don't have these moments, dude. It's not a good look, brother. It's not. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, good. Don't do it, man. Just refrain from having these totally organic moments. It's not, you're not, obviously he's not a good enough actor, unlike our man. Oh, not our man, the Democrat man, Tim Walz, because this is Tim Walz anytime he walks into any place. Yeah, it's me, Tim Walz. Woo! God. R.I.P. Chris Farley. Still one of my favorite comedians of all time. Tim Walz, you could never. I'm dying from cringe too. It's so cringy. It just... Let's not be the cringe party. Let's let the left kind of take over the cringiness, because because they are cringe. Dope. I'll take some glizzies. I mean glazed. I'll take a few glazed. The two funniest clips to me right now going around circulating the internet is one from CNN and one from MSNBC. And in both of these clips, they talk about how the left is low T. I'm not making this up. You read into it how you will. But here's Dana Bash calling men low T. But then we have MSNBC doing exactly the same. So both parties. So it begs the question, has this been handed down from the top down to start just coping with the fact that your party is low T? You let me know in the comments. I mean, seriously, chat, let me know.
But they are doing so in trying to put forward male figures, Tim Walz being one of them, Doug Emhoff last night, who can speak to men out there who might not be the sort of testosterone-laden, gun-toting kind of guy who wants...
What kind of guy are you talking about? What kind of guy? Oh, right, we have one right here. Right here. We have one right, and then we have another one right here. Low T. It's got low T. That's what happens when you get overweight. But here we go, and then we have MSNBC doing exactly the same. Now, please guys, chat, let me know which one is worse, MSNBC or CNN's clip. So Danny Bash said low T, and then here we go with MSNBC doing exactly the same thing. It's definitely from the top down if they're both doing it. Nobody had these aha moments. You know, the things that we've been making fun of them for forever, and then now they're just accepting it. It seems like the left has just accepted everything they've been made fun of, and they're leaning into it. And I think that's actually a smart move, but here we go.
Ism trying to own masculinity in the most regressive, sort of misogynist way possible. JD Vance lecturing everybody on, what a family means, what it means to be a man. Donald Trump obviously has his own version of manhood. To see Tim Walz out there as a man who is just joyfully embracing his role as the potential vice president to the nation's first female president is an extraordinary thing. But also to see his son weeping for his father in a deeply tender and emotional way. And then the last thing I'll say, because I think this hasn't been talked about enough, to see
don't laugh.
Democrats champion men.
If you laugh, I'm going to write a Twitter statement about you making fun of him. I swear. Right-wingers, do not do it. I'll write a whole statement about you. Don't laugh. Gosh.
Men as voices on reproductive choice. Yeah. As you saw yesterday, I believe, from Amanda Zarowski's husband, tonight from Tim Walz, talking about struggles with infertility. It takes two partners to get pregnant. And for way too long, this conversation has been...
I just love at the beginning, she says...
I'm trying to own masculinity in the most regressive, sort of misogynist way possible.
Wait, Tim Walz offers testosterone. Wait, it gets better. Tim Walz, because she goes on to say, Tim Walz offers testosterone, less infused masculinity. This is 21st century masculinity. This is the masculinity that we've all been dreaming. Oh, speaking of freaking low T, here we go.
Racial issues. He spent a small fortune on full-page ads.
Hey, Al Sharpton, how's that Ozempic treating you? God, you look good. Wow. Totally unrecognizable. Some people should actually gain weight. Just a thought. Maybe drop the Ozempic and start eating food again. I don't know what's happening here. I don't even see cheekbones. So,
calling for the...
I know Ozempic's a miracle drug and you're supposed to celebrate.
Brought leaders to
Joe Biden. So sorry, Democrat voters, but you are full of estrogen. Go get some tea. Go get some tea. Go work out. Go eat some red meat. Lay off the vegan shizzle. Okay, the shizzles. Karina in the chat. Hey, he does. 100 years ago, we were already calling caramelized onion on burger. What? And they say that's weird. If Kamala Harris and Waltz win, I will be crying like that kid. B. Kel, oh my God, I'm going to write a statement about you. Okay? Let's not make jokes about things that you want to joke about. Okay? This is... You can only make jokes about things that I deem appropriate to make jokes about. I even saw Gerald from Steven Crowder made a statement. It was like, don't make a joke. And I'm like, you work for Steven Crowder, dude. You work for a comedy show. If you work for a comedy show, I mean, there's really no limits. Or else it's not comedy. If you're going to start policing. Okay, here we go. Nancy Pelosi everyone has found out that Nancy Pelosi is the reason that Joe Biden dropped out. She pushed him out and said that if you don't drop out, we're going to drop the 25th on you, ruin your whole legacy. But now she's doing her little campaign right now. It's like her apology tour to Democrats about showing how she actually is worried about Joe Biden and wants to mend the relationship. And she thinks about him daily, even though as a mob boss does, she said, kiss the ring. if you don't kiss the ring and drop out, I'm going to expose you. Expose. Here we go. Nancy Pelosi.
You think your relationship will be there?
I hope so. I pray so. I cry so. You know.
You were.
What did you just say? You think so, you hope so, you cry so? Let's hear that one more time.
I hope so. I pray so. I cry so. You know.
You were.
I think so, I hope so, I cry so. Is that true? Is this your first podcast? Keep going.
I lose sleep on it. Yeah. Yeah.
I lose sleep on it. God, these people lie. It's just incredible. I'm crying. I'm thinking. I'm praying. Joe Biden, if you're listening to this show right now, just know Mama is worried about you. Mama wants you to come home. Okay, come home. We'll take care of you. Sorry for the things that I said. I'm sorry for not even acknowledging you in my speech the other night and pretending that you don't even exist during this entire DNC.
You think he's angry at you?
I don't know. We haven't had a conversation.
I don't know if he's angry with me. We haven't had a conversation. If anybody knows anything about breakups, that's when you know someone is mad. You're not returning my texts or my calls. Joe Biden, help me. I love this conversation.
It's been very tough. I know this is a friendship that goes back 50 years.
Yeah, friendship. I like that. Like, I like that these people in media and like even in politics in general, they like to pretend like all Republicans are friends with each other, all Democrats are friends with each other. It's literally one of your friends.
He's on vacation, but
yeah,
are there any plans for you to
any
talk?
plans?
Well, I hope so. But again,
I guess the ball is in his court, as they say. Oh, Nance, you look good here. I love what you're doing. What is going on with your face?
that was then. This is now. We have to go forward.
Exactly. You broke up with me, but that was then. This is now. Things are different. Accept me for who I am. It's always the people that break up with you that go, look, it's not you, it's me. Can we just move forward and be friends? Check in on being friends.
If we stay together, joy.
Yep. See, if we stay together, joy. You can't write this stuff, guys. This is live happening in the mix.
Of our energy, not reviewing the past, but going forward to win this election. This is not going to be easy. The other side will misrepresent, mischaracterize, and the rest as they.
Right. And you would never do that. You would never say that Joe Biden dropped out to save save democracy. Sorry. You would never lie. You would never twist the words.
They do. They will try to nullify everything that is in place for the peaceful transfer of power. So we just have, as I've said to all the speeches I've been making.
Okay, we're going to stop there because she gets even more insane. See, here we have this clip where Kamala Harris goes back to the retort that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. So much more of a threat than the Confederacy and the Queen herself. God save the King.
We have to defeat a person who is a threat to our democracy of the kind that
we have to defeat a man who's a threat to our democracy. How do we defeat that schnoz? Look at that schnozzle. Schnozzles. Okay, sorry. sorry. I don't know what happened.
A person who is a threat to our democracy of the kind that we have not seen. At the beginning of our...
He's a threat to our democracy of a kind we have not seen. It's worse than you can even imagine. Think of the worst thing you could possibly think of and times it by 1,000. That's how bad it gets. with Nancy Pelosi. And don't you dare make a joke about her husband and a hammer. Okay? Right-wing trolls are the reason that happened. Not for any other reason. But if something bad happens to Trump, it has nothing to do with her calling Donald Trump a threat to democracy. God, I love gaslighting and lies. It just gets me so jacked up. Okay, here we go.
Of our country, Thomas Paine said, the times have found us.
5, 6,
Declare war,
8,
establish a new nation. Abraham Lincoln took up that charge to keep our country together years later, decades later. And now the times have found us to save our democracy. That is what we are here to do.
She literally thinks that she is Abraham Lincoln. I'm going to save the democracy single-handedly. I'm Nancy Pelosi. This woman's sick. She's nuts. She's insane. But it gets worse. Because apparently, as Nancy Pelosi was walking out today, she dropped toilet paper on her way out. Many have speculated that this is actually cocaine. I would not be the person to say that kind of thing. That's a lie, and don't spread that kind of information. But Nancy Pelosi dropped. What did you drop right here? What is that? Huh? What is that, Nance? What is that? You went to the bathroom and you left a little toilet paper in your butt crack. Disgusting. You got problems, girl. If you need somebody to wipe for you, I'm not cheap. Give me some of your stock options, some of your thoughts, some ways to get rich like you, and I will help you. I'll help you. If Trump wins, Biden hopefully will tell the truth about how they forced him out. Dude, BKL, I hope that happens. Honestly, I was hoping and praying that that Joe Biden would do that on his farewell address. Like he would just drop some sort of bomb. But he can't help it. I mean, he was so jacked up. He was on so much Adderall that man had no idea what time it was. I mean, did you see some of the video of him just like standing around by himself? He was like, you're like, you need to relax. Speaking of relaxing, how do we pronounce Kamala Harris? Okay, how do you pronounce her name?
Ask for their help and then follow our leader, Kamala.
I am told that is what white supremacists say. Kamala. It's not Kamala. And we're going to have these children tell us how to say it.
It's not Kamala.
See, idiot. Oh, God.
Ask for their help and then follow our leader, Kamala.
Trying to get another massage, huh, Bill? So it's not Kamala. What is it, child?
It's not Kamala.
Oh.
It's not Kamala.
Carmela?
It's Kamala.
It's Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
It's Kamala. What a racist. That's a white racist trope. And we did a whole breakdown of Nancy Mace getting absolutely lectured over and over again about how you're supposed to pronounce her name right. Because if you don't pronounce it right, it shows that you're a racist. And you're doing it on purpose. It's not because of the country you're from or the where you live in the country or the dialect or the how you speak or how you look at different words differently. Some people say tomato, some people say tomato. Some people say potato, some people say potato. Some people say wash, other people say wash. And those people need to get out of here. You're not American. Stop saying wash. Nobody lives in Washington. And if you say Washington, you're racist, just like people that say this word.
Ask for their help and then follow our leader, Kamala.
Unreal. I just feel like we're never going to get past this, are we? We're never going to get past this. It's like, why are these white people not saying Kamala's name right? You know, you correct him over and over and over again. And they just don't listen. You just... They don't listen. But we're gonna teach them. Hallelujah. It's Kamala. It's Kamala. It's Cam. Put in the chat, tell me how you say her name. Because if you don't say it the right way, get out of my country. You're not welcome here, bucko. And these two women, they will tell you how to think. And I don't trust them. I trust them with all my heart. Okay, sorry. I don't know what's happening. I think he got into Hunter stuff before he went on stage that night. How dare you? How dare you? He would never do that sort of thing. He is a downright good old-fashioned Democrat. And I might have put this tweet out that got some traction, which is always refreshing to see. But here's what here's what Bill Clinton said right before he and Monica Lewinsky didn't do the deed. When he didn't have sexual relations with that woman, this is what Bill Clinton said to Monica in order to get her to do the thing.
We're going to walk out of here feeling pretty good, I think. We've got energy, we are happy, we feel like a load's off our shoulders.
You're sick, man. You're sick. These people. Carmela. Yeah. I just love how people get so triggered about Kamala. You're like, really? Just, who cares? If somebody calls me Dirk or Duck or douche, I don't care. Call me what you will. Actually, since Kamala is Indian, her name is pronounced Kamta. Okay, well, Valerie, you're a racist because Kamala is black. She might have been Indian 5 or 6 years ago, but today, black. Get it right. Ask these people to check on them right now. We're probably getting lectured about it.
To allow families to stay in their homes. She stood her ground, and together, we prevailed.
Okay. Okay. I still think. Okay, this might be one of my favorite clips I've ever seen of any candidate ever. Watch this very carefully.
How did California get so much homelessness?
I mean, because of our own policies and neglect. We put up our feet and we rested on our laurels.
What? So it was because of you the whole time?
I'm gonna come.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing that during election year, what actually comes out of these people's mouths. See, I tend to believe that he was up for VP, and not only that, probably up for being the next presidential candidate for the Democrats. And I think, this is my conspiracy about Gavin Newsom, is that they said, you can't run because your homeless problem is so bad that it's going to be easy to defeat you. You have an insane homeless problem. You have an insane crime. And he said, fine, I'll fix it. Because I have been trying to figure out what drives this kind of psychopath to actually, after many, many years of governor, to actually change his state. And those clips of him going to homeless camps and actually picking up stuff and throwing it, you have to ask yourself why. Why, after all these years, would he even consider doing that? Because for so long, he just gaslit his own constituents and people around America saying that everything is fine in California and you're a right-wing white supremacist for doing so. So I think he's cleaning up California in order to run for president eventually. That's what I think. You let me know if you think I'm crazy. Actually, since Kamala is Indian. Oh, sorry. You already said. I already read that. Sometimes I read stuff that I've already read. Okay. Can you believe that he was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle, who is now dating Don Jr.? Yes. Yeah, the stories you hear about Kimberly is that she is absolutely insane. but I don't know. I mean, who isn't? I feel like every person I like in politics turns out to be an actual insane grifter that is just trying to suck people up for money. Like, I just feel like every person I enjoy, some story comes out about them that I'm just like, ugh. I don't know if I want to watch you anymore. DNC. Yeah. Thank you, Willie. Thanks for making me laugh, dude. I can always count on you. All right, guys, I've had so much fun tonight. I hope you've had fun tonight, too. It's the best 41 minutes of your day. I hope so. Look out for the stream later tonight as we watch Kamala Harris. We'll go live for Kamala Harris in her her speech. How do you think that speech is going to go? I think it's going to be absolutely horrendous, but we'll see. Will it be just as insane as Tim Walz? Will we get absolutely nothing? And I mean nothing in the speech and just good feelings and good vibes. I think it's incredible watching these people pretend like they're not in power. I mean, the clips of Kamala Harris complaining about the price of meat and saying that meat has gone up 50%. And you're like, yeah, duh. But they're the same type of people that they'll have like an entire log in their eye, to use some scripture, and they'll tell you to take the tiny speck out of yours. So always remember that about these people. This entire time is being gaslit, and for you to pretend like these candidates are the greatest gift to ever walk the earth. They're not actually great people, and all of it is such a photo op and fakeness. And so when I see Tim Walz running around pretending to be happy and squeezing his college friends and stuff like that, it might feel genuine, it might look genuine, but remember that these people are selling themselves to you to hopefully you vote for them. That's what they're doing right now. Like, if they were just genuine, they would just go on podcasts, like 4-hour podcasts. Like, Donald Trump has gone on that Theo Von podcast. I highly recommend everyone watch it. I thought about doing a watch along with that. And I've always said, and I'll say it again and again, any candidate that can go on a podcast for 3 to 4 hours and just talk like a normal person, I'm going to end up voting for you because you're normal. Thanks. Take care, everyone. Hey, thank you so much, BCal. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. If you don't mind dropping a like, it greatly helps my algorithms out, helps out and everything like that. Look out for the live stream later tonight. Come hang out with me. The live stream later tonight is just us watching, and I'm not going to talk over the entire time like other streamers. So come hang out. We'll laugh. We'll cry. But hopefully we'll do more than just stick a needle in you.